As soon as you are able, woman, I am willing to make the break that we are on the brink of. My cup is on the table, my love is feeling, waiting here for you to take and drink of. So if you're tired of the same old story, oh, turn some pages. I'll be here when you are ready to roll with the changes. Yeah, yeah.
And a good morning and welcome In the Know for January the 19th, 2022. It's Uncle Sam Gormley guiding you through another edition of the show. You might be listening with us on K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose, or joining us via K105 Digital Productions. Coming up on the show today, we are going to run down your local news headlines, kind of a grim milestone that hit the state yesterday as Kentucky hit a big milestone as far as COVID-19 cases. The White House makes an announcement about how you can potentially get a free COVID-19 test. We're going to play a little bit of game, get you up to date on some of the other pop culture headlines that you have. An interesting animal is being blamed for the spread of COVID-19 in Hong Kong, and much, much more. But first off, we got to bring in our co-host for the day, and the first one is sitting over to my left, but really it's kind of like a catty-cornered left. We can say that.
Yes.
It's Christy Buckles. Good morning, Christy. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Are you ever feeling stressed?
Are you serious?
Never, right? You've never experienced that
Never.
before. A new study has given a way that you can break the stress should you feel it. What they say is, this is Andrews McMeel. He says what you need to do is break out your Crayola crayons and take a deep whiff. He says because that is one of the most 20 recognizable scents. It has been shown to lower blood pressure.
I like that.
Because I guess it brings you back to a nostalgia feeling.
I think so. Yeah.
You buy this.
Yeah, I do.
You buy that Crayola crayons can potentially help relieve stress.
I believe that because if you're using crayons, you're sitting down with your child to take time. So that will help you relieve stress.
And kind of get your creativity flowing and all of that. Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting when I read it this morning. And then our second guest co-host for today from the Grayson County Extension Office is Ag Agent Whitney Carmen. Good morning, Whitney. How are you? It helps if I turn your mic on.
I'm good.
Let's try that again.
How are you?
Good. I'm doing very well. Now, I know you have young children at the house.
Yeah.
And I guess the question that I have to ask you is, because I know that they're in school, so they're not listening. Mm-hmm. Are you a mom that hides snacks from them for yourself?
Well, I wish I could say I did, but they usually find them.
They usually still find them?
Yeah, they usually still find them.
As it says that more of a third of us admit that we hide the good snacks we don't want to share with others by placing them on top of cabinets or keeping a secret stash in their closet. Now, does your husband hide snacks from you or vice versa?
You know, I'm sure he probably does. Yeah.
And you just have no
I
idea?
need them to hide snacks from me, though. That's the
Right?
problem.
I'm not mad at that.
I found that interesting, though. 1/3 of Americans say that they do it, and I think probably 2/3 are lying, right?
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
right.
Because I think all of us have at least hid something at least once.
Oh, yeah.
Now, are the both of you all ready for Mother Nature to strike again once again tonight?
I'm over it.
I am so over it, but I feel like I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Snow is in the forecast once more, but it's not going to start that way. As throughout the day, I know that even when I was driving in this morning, there was a little bit of spitting rain kind of on the windshield. Whitney, you were just outside. Was it still raining when you came in about 20 minutes ago?
It wasn't, but it did on my way in this morning.
Okay. Yeah, it was kind of that. But I think around noon, the rain will kind of pick up, and it'll pick up through the day. And as we get down into pretty much after dinner, 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, it's going to transition into snow. And I think the big question right now is, obviously everyone asks, is how much? It's not going to be like what we had, 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks.
where it was 8 inches of snow, but it is still going to have quite a bit of snow. I think that up to 2 inches. I know that even some of our partners at the Wave 3 forecast says that it could be up to 4. So it's kind of one of these things that, but the biggest issue with this snow is what it sounds like, and even this graphic here from the National Weather Service says a light glaze of ice may be possible in addition to the snowfall. The ice is the part that's really going to cause the concern for roadways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of these things that if you have to travel tonight, be safe. If you don't have to, don't.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't think also they're able to pre-treat the roads. That's the other
Because it'll
problem
wash right
because
off.
it'll wash right off. And so then if you've got that transition from ice or from rain to snow, you're going to have something. So stay home if you can.
So right now, the temperatures actually feel pretty decent.
I didn't
driving
wear a
in.
coat coming in. I was surprised.
As the high of 47 today, which is pretty much what we're hitting right now. In fact, I can look down and see, it says it's 46 on my watch here locally. And that's, get used to it because it's not going to last very long, as it's going to drop down to a low of 22 tonight, tomorrow, brutally cold, and Friday as well. Highs of 29 and lows of 16 each of the next 2 days. And really, when you look at the next 10-day forecast,
We're not getting much above freezing.
no. I mean, your warmest day over the next 10 days is Monday, and I use warm very lightly of 40 degrees as a high. Winter has finally hit us, but the snow is on the way, and it will come in the overnight hours tonight. The Biden administration on Tuesday quietly launched its website for Americans to request free at-home COVID-19 tests a day before the site was scheduled to officially go online. The website, covidtest.gov, now includes a link for every home in the U.S. to access an order form run by the U.S. Postal Service. People can order 4 at-home tests per residential address to be delivered by the Postal Service. It marks the latest step by President Joe Biden to address criticism of low inventories and long lines for testing during a nationwide surge in COVID-19 cases due to the Omicron variant. At points on Tuesday, more than 750,000 people were accessing the website at the same time, according to public government tracking data. The White House says that tests will typically ship within 7 to 12 days of ordering through USPS, which reports shipping times of 1 to 3 days for first-class package services in the continental United States. Again, that website is covidtests.gov. I know that yesterday, when I saw that headline, I said, well, sure. So I put it in there, and it took... my phone's good, and Whitney, if you said that you put in as well, my phone's really good because literally it pops up, it says, do you want to put your address in there? I said, yes. So it literally took me not even 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was
Awesome.
pretty quick. And you're also we've had several conversations about USPS versus your other mailing, and I think that they're trying to. So I'm hoping that the shipping is
Right.
good, so that it gets here within the next 7 to 12 days.
And you know what? If not, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We've gone this long, but I felt like it's one of those things that...
Well, and I don't know if anybody's purchased it or had to test recently for whatever reason. Whether you're doing something or you've been symptomatic, but they're not cheap anymore. It seems like, or if you go to the doctor's office,
And
I'm
hard to
hearing of
find.
people that are saying that they're not. So yeah, I'll take my 4 free ones just in case I need them.
Right?
Yeah, you'll never do it. So again, that website, one more time, if you're interested in grabbing one, is covidtests.gov. That's how you can get your own test. And again, like I said, it took me 30 seconds, if that. But I had the handy dandy feature. All you do is put in your address. It's really just that simple.
Yep.
A grim milestone in Kentucky yesterday, as Kentucky has officially passed 1 million COVID-19 cases. And in the past 5 days alone, they have seen 53,304 tests or positive cases of COVID-19 tests, as that includes the highest single day ever, with 14,896 cases reported on Saturday. For the 7-day period ending Sunday, there were 72,165 cases reported to state public health officials. As you can see, the graph that we have here, you can just kind of see each of the surges that we've had, and this has been by far the biggest surge locally. Kentucky also saw an all-time high in the positivity rate on Tuesday, 30.25%. of positivity tests. The hospital census for Tuesday included 2,200 Kentuckians due to COVID-19. Of them, 431 were in the ICU and 244 were on a ventilator. So those numbers there. More closer to home as far as COVID-19 test data, 130 new cases in Grayson County since Saturday. And since last Thursday, that is 326 new cases of the virus. If you look at the incident rate in Grayson County, 198.9. Surrounding counties, you have Hardin County at 253, Ohio County at 216, Breckenridge at 182, Butler at 136, Hart 126, and Edmondson at 95.2. 11 patients are currently hospitalized in Grayson County, which is down 1. From Saturday, no new deaths were reported, leaving the county's death toll at 109. 7 deaths are awaiting confirmation from state health officials. But again, we have now passed the 1 million case count in Kentucky. 2 Caneyville men have been charged with stealing dozens of items worth possibly thousands of dollars from Clarkson storage units. The lengthy investigation involving the Clarkson and Litchfield Police Departments, Grayson County Sheriff's Office, and Constable Mark Stanton and Kentucky State Police resulted in the arrest of 31-year-old Trenton Logston and 37-year-old Andrew Aller. The investigation into the thefts originally led law enforcement to multiple Caneyville homes where the 2 suspects were arrested on December 31. On January 3, Clarkson Police Chief Buck Meredith, Grayson County Sergeant Clay Boone, and Stanton executed a search warrant at Windy Ridge Road residence where dozens of stolen items were located and seized. Police have only now released the identities of the suspects to maintain the integrity of the investigation, as they were lodged in the Grayson County Detention Center. For more information on that, you can visit K105.com. Cool story that I saw yesterday at K105.com as well. A young community activist and Grayson County Middle School student has taken the initiative to help fight hunger in Grayson County. Taking action to advocate for others, Daniel Ratley is using his platform as a participant in the Youth Kentucky Advocacy Program to bring awareness to the issue of hunger in Grayson County. He spent 2 months last fall researching state and local issues, understanding government policy systems, and creating tangible advocacy work. After completing his research, Daniel chose to support the work of the Grayson County Alliance, writing a proclamation for Hunger-Free Awareness Week, which was signed by Grayson County Judge Executive Kevin Henderson. His Hunger-Free Awareness Week will be January the 22nd through 28th, so that's next week. Mm-hmm. Daniel, along with GCA Executive Director Debbie Childress, are asking Grayson County residents, businesses, and leaders to wear orange on January the 26th in recognition of Hunger-Free Kentucky Day. Daniel is the son of Clay and Beth Ratley. He's no stranger to the food pantry as he regularly volunteers at the GCA. For more information on this story, and there's a lot of really good information, visit K105.com. But
I love this.
I do too.
What a good young man. Mm-hmm.
And I love seeing, it's always good because, I mean, Debbie Childress, the Colonel, does really good work over there.
She does.
And I know, Whitney, you all probably work a lot with her.
Yes, we love Debbie. Debbie is a very, very big supporter of what we do, and we're a supporter of what she does, and we do a whole lot of work together. So we're, I'm glad that they're highlighting them as well.
Yes, there's a ton of information there also that I don't have the chance to get to, so be sure you go to K105.com and you can read some more about that. Give you an update here on the legislative session that's happening. A couple of interesting bills that are coming through to bring you some information on legislation that would establish an exemption from paying state income tax by Kentucky veterans following their retirement from the armed forces has been introduced in the General Assembly. Representative Ken Fleming is the sponsor of House Bill 125, which would create a deduction of first-year income for retired veterans who remain in or immediately move to Kentucky upon retirement. The bill would require permanent residency within the state for at least 3 consecutive years following to remain eligible. If the 3-year residency requirement was not satisfied, the person would be liable to repay the deduction to the state. Of the 41 states that tax personal income, there are currently 23 that do not tax military retirement pay. Kentucky is among the remaining states that include partial exemptions, only exempting veterans who retired before 1997 and whose retirement pay does not exceed $31,110. This measure would give exemption to all veterans who retire in or move to Kentucky, regardless of income. It's one thing that I really had never really sat down and considered.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But
we do have a lot of them.
Yes, a lot of veterans, and what more can we do to say than to help them out? Legislation that would expand Kentucky's organ donor registry by allowing the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to add organ donor questions during a car tag registration has been filed for 2022 General Assembly. Nearly 1,000 Kentuckians are currently waiting for a life-saving organ or tissue donation or transplant, and across America, approximately 20 people die each day due to this need. With the state transitioning to an 8-year driver's license cycle and many people registering to become organ donors during renewal, Donate Life KY says they must find additional ways to grow the organ donor registry list to match the existing and increasing need for organ donation. In 2021, more than 500 organs were recovered and transplanted across the Kentucky region, thanks to nearly 200 generous organ donations. The measure, designated Senate Bill 30, was filed on January the 4th. So hopefully, I'm definitely, organ donors. I love hearing the stories of people who save lives.
We know of one really a personal one that was, a child, and that was. It's sad to think about, but think about the life that he gave.
Right.
Several others. So
yeah, I know that I'm an organ donor, and absolutely. The Kentucky House overwhelmingly passed legislation Tuesday aimed at ensuring that mental health-related absences from school are excused for students. The bipartisan measure heads to the Senate after clearing the House on a 94-0 vote. Under the bill, each Kentucky school district student attendance policy would have to include provisions for excused absences due to a student's mental or behavioral health status. As the bill makes no changes regarding the number of excused absences that are allowed, but 3 students also came and spoke at that. They talked about the stress that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused for students. The legislation signals that mental health is as important as physical health and would encourage students to talk about the mental health issues and get the help that they need.
So how many days is it? Is it mental health days, I guess?
I think it's all wrapped into one.
Okay.
So I think it's in that number of excused absences that you already get, which I don't know what the number is.
I don't either.
I don't know. It's been a while. That mental health can then be caused into that. So it'd be the same thing as if you had the sniffles.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing a lot of even businesses that are doing that as well. I mean, I know UK has added those days to our, whatever days we have, they've added those, and mental health is included in that. So I think COVID-19 did that for a lot of folks.
And anytime I think you see a bill pass the legislature 94-0, I think that says usually it's probably something that is good. A man pardoned by Kentucky's former governor for a 2014 drug robbery killing will return to prison to serve a 42-year federal sentence for the same crime. Patrick Baker was convicted of murder committed during a trafficking crime last year in a federal trial. He'd been out of prison since 2019 when former Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin pardoned him for the slaying of Donald Mills. Media reports that Baker's family had political connections to Bevin and hosted a fundraiser for the former Republican governor, put a spotlight on the case. Federal authorities brought new charges against Baker for the killing in May, and he was convicted in August. At a hearing on Tuesday in London, Baker was sentenced to 42 years in prison, but was credited for 30 months served on the previous conviction. He was facing a maximum of life in prison. I know that this, obviously, when it went to all of the pardons, I know was a huge topic and kind of one of those long-term discussions of, should they have the pardon power? And I really don't know, because I think that there are probably, there was an example of X amount that were little bit like, but then there were probably 95% of them that were like, okay, then that's the good. It's just kind of trying to find that balance.
Exactly. Medium.
And then I touched on it in the open. Hong Kong is blaming a new COVID outbreak on a new animal. Have you all seen this?
No,
I've not.
A 23-year-old pet shop employee diagnosed as the city's first untraceable Delta infection more than 3 months is thought to have been infected by one of 11 hamsters imported from the Netherlands that have since tested positive for the virus. A customer of the pet shop and the customer's spouse have also tested positive, as describes the additional 2 cases occurred in pet shop employees. 150 customers are also being quarantined. But the hamsters, the poor little guys.
Are they sure they didn't just get it from somebody that came in?
Well, they tested the hamsters, and the hamsters came up positive.
Oh, no. Well,
so I'm kind of curious as to how they...
Chicken or egg?
Well, I want to know, too, is how do you test a hamster? I mean, for us, it's sticking it up their nose. That seems like a small Q-tip that you got to get up there.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I have some questions, but the poor hamsters
I have a lot of questions.
Are in trouble right now. We got to get to a break. When we come back, we're going to play a little game here on In the Know.
The richest tradition in college basketball.
The most passionate fan base in the world.
Get the best coverage of your Kentucky Wildcats.
Long slam!
Done!
right here.
Hi, it's Tom Leach. Join me and the Wildcat Hall of Famer Mike Pratt for Kentucky basketball all season long. And join Dave Baker and another Hall of Famer, the Goose, Jack Gibbons, for our Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Tip-Off coverage. It starts 90 minutes before game time here on the UK Sports Network.
Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center needs your help. The 2022 Community Health Needs Assessment for Grayson County is underway, and we want to know what health needs are most important to you. The more we know, the better we can care for our community. Go to owensborohealth.org/Twin Lakes Survey to participate in this anonymous survey, or stop by the hospital to pick up a copy. Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center. Help us build a healthier Grayson County.
Start your new year with a new career. Nucor Steel Brandenburg is currently accepting a limited number of applications for entry-level production careers at their new steel mill in Meade County, Kentucky. Nucor offers competitive pay and benefits with an average first-year salary of $72,000 per year. No experience in the steel industry or manufacturing is required. Apply now at meadjobs.nucor.com. That's meadjobs.nucor.com. The time is now to start your new career.
Every year, Kentuckians dump enough stuff on the ground to fill a football stadium 12 stories high. When it rains, all that trash washes down storm drains and directly into our streams, rivers, and lakes. It's time we all did our part to stop polluting Kentucky's waterways. To find out how you can help, visit stormwater.ky.gov. Brought to you by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
It's here. NCTC, powered by Warren RECC, now offers high-speed internet to parts of Grayson County with the fastest speeds available anywhere. Working from home, virtual education, or just streaming your favorite movies is now a reality. To see if high-speed internet is now available in your area or if it will be soon, visit fiberforgrayson.com. Call 270-971-2021 to schedule your installation today.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Choose any breakfast sandwich, buy one, get one free. Available only on the app. Price and participation may vary. McD app download and registration required. Single item at regular price.
YouTube is getting out of the originals business. The Google-owned video site says it's no longer going to make original content after more than a 6-year run. YouTube had originally planned to make a move at a full-blown subscription streaming business and had some initial hits like drama series Cobra Kai and docuseries Justin Bieber Seasons. Garmin is updating its flagship Fenix smartwatches. The new 7 Series Ultimate Sports smartwatches come with fancy new solar panels, sapphire and titanium materials, as well as an all-new LED flashlight for nighttime training. They start at $700. There's now a way to buy that non-fungible token you've been eyeing without using cryptocurrency. Coinbase is partnering with MasterCard to allow card payments on its upcoming NFT marketplace. This means you'll be able to directly purchase the digital art with actual money like dollars without having to buy cryptocurrency first, which most NFT marketplaces require that you do. Tech Report. Larry Olson, NBC.
You need cool air, baby, I'm not fool.
Today is Popcorn Day. I like popcorn.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you the last time I had it, but I like it.
Yeah. Oh, I've had it.
It's all right.
In the last week, we eat popcorn at our house.
Now, what are you?
My
butter,
daughter eats it. Oh,
salted?
It's the microwave.
Okay.
Quick.
Mhm.
Yeah. My daughter loves
It is Tin Can Day,
it.
Okay.
as marking the U.S. patent of a process for storing food in the cans.
Okay.
I know you all teach a canning class sometimes,
Yes,
don't you?
Natalie is the lady in charge for that.
Okay.
She can help you with all your canning needs.
Give her a call.
Yeah.
She'll help you out. It is Brew a Potion Day.
Oh, dear.
What kind of a potion?
Whatever one you want. It says as a potion is a consumable medicine or poison, usually possessing magical properties.
Oh, wow.
And this says, like NyQuil.
was going to say.
That is good.
I told you I made a medicine ball a while ago.
Yes,
and it's
you did.
got, it's got tea and lemon and all of that in it.
It
So I
pretty
guess
much is a
technically
potion. Yeah. And it is Museum Selfie Day.
Okay.
So I guess it says to snap a photo of themselves in front of their favorite collections and share it
Oh my
on
goodness.
Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, speaking of selfies, did you see the one of the lady that her car went into an icy river and she was taking a selfie while they were waiting to rescue her?
You're getting in front of my...
I'm sorry.
You're taking all of my thunder here.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sorry.
You're doing the radio tease though. So
Okay.
so yeah, we don't want to show that just quite yet. But we'll get there.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
It's a story.
10 minutes. We'll
Okay.
talk about that. Well, how about are either one of you, does space interest you at all? I know Mark very much is interested in space.
Yes, grew up. I wanted to be an astronaut when I grew up.
Really? Well, did you hear that a new study has now said that the sun once had rings around it like Saturn? Researchers from Rice University say that our home star once had giant rings of stellar dust that eventually fueled the creation of life on our planet. They claim that without these rings around the sun, life on Earth may have never developed. These giant planets are rocky masses about 2 and 10 times the size of Earth. Super-Earths inhabit about 30% of sun-like star systems in the Milky Way. The findings in Nature Astronomy come from hundreds of supercomputer simulations examining the solar system's formation. As they say that because the sun had the rings, it's the reason why Earth isn't bigger as well.
Really?
Now, this is one of these things that it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't have any way to tell you otherwise.
Exactly, but I found that interesting
Yeah.
that they think that the sun at one point had rings very similar to Saturn.
Interesting.
So, and did find that interesting as well. Okay. You all ready to maybe play a little game?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
We can do this here. So, I have no prizes to give you. I guess there's some cough drops there. If you all win, the winner gets a cough drop. So what I'm going to ask you all to do is, I feel like I'm in school here. Number your paper from 1 to 10. And we'll do this. And if you're at home, maybe you're sitting at your desk at work listening to us, take out a piece of paper. You can number your paper to 1 to 10 as well. And play along, as I have no prizes to give. But if you beat Whitney or Christy, then you get the satisfaction of knowing that you're smarter, right? And then what more is that?
It doesn't take much with me.
Okay, so here is the game. It is guess the brand. I'm going to give you a slogan, and you give me the name of the brand.
Okay.
Easy enough, right?
We'll try it.
The first one. Start off easy. Melts in your mouth, not in your hands. Melts in your mouth, not in your hands. That is the first one.
Okay.
Ready?
Got it.
Okay. Think outside the bun. Think outside the bun is the second one.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think I know.
Okay. You think you know it? I think I
Yeah.
need some, don't I need some music here? We'll just play that very quietly behind us.
Well, I'm still trying to sing the song for the first one. Keep going.
Number 2, think different. Or number 3, sorry, is think different. Think different.
Okay.
Okay. Number 4, the choice of a new generation. Number 4, the choice of a new generation.
Oh, she's so going to win.
Number
No, I
5.
don't
Number 5, because you're worth it. Number 5, because you're worth it. Okay. I'll give you a couple. Give you a couple easy ones. Might have gone a little difficult.
These are difficult.
Number
I don't know what
6.
you're talking about.
Right?
Well, we go through a little round here that's
Okay.
easier. The Breakfast of Champions. Number 6. The Breakfast of Champions. Okay.
Okay.
The Breakfast of Champions. Okay, 7. I said easy. Just do it.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
That one I was gonna say. Can't go too easy. What are we at? 8.
8.
The Ultimate Driving Machine. The Ultimate Driving Machine.
Okay.
Number 9. Some of my favorite commercials. What's in your wallet? What's in your wallet?
Well, oh.
What's
second
in
guessing
your
that
wallet? And the final one. What some might say about this entire quiz. That was easy.
Oh, I know that one too.
That was easy.
That one, I
That
do
one
know.
is easy.
That one. Okay. Do you all need any repeated?
No.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay, the first one?
Melts in your mouth, not in your hands.
Okay.
I know what that one is.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, mine are I'm not good at these. Okay.
Okay. Are you all ready to grade your own papers?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Oh.
no cheating. Do we need like red pens like we're back in school here to go through?
I'm
and
certain
Okay.
we don't.
So what I'll do here is, Christy, the first one, melts in your mouth, not in your hands, is
M&M's.
M&M's.
That's what I got.
That is correct. So if you got M&M's there, you got yourself a point. Number 2, Whitney, think outside the bun.
I thought Taco Bell.
Arby's.
Arby's.
If you said Taco Bell, that's correct.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. For some
Yes.
reason, that's
Okay.
because it's a taco
All right.
shell, not a
Christy, number 3, think different.
I had nothing.
Nothing.
IBM.
IBM. Apple.
Well, it was
Apple.
close. It was
Apple.
tech.
Yeah.
Close. Yep.
You're
You
really
are right, very
close.
right. Number 4. This one, there are 2 answers that you could give. The choice of a new generation. If either one of you know, because I would not have gotten
I
this.
didn't get this because I thought this was Apple.
I put nothing.
Nothing. Pepsi. Or,
Okay, because of the Pepsi challenge.
or
Yeah.
more recently, Better Oats, which I don't know
No.
what Better Oats is. What are we on, number 5? Because you're worth it, Christy.
Again, nothing.
Nothing. Whitney.
For some reason, I was thinking York peppermint patties, but I don't know.
L'Oreal.
Oh, see, I didn't even go makeup.
L'Oreal.
Yeah.
The
That's not really our deal.
Whitney, the Breakfast of Champions.
Is it Wheaties?
It is Wheaties. Wheaties. Okay.
I must be hungry. I've got a lot of food on here.
The next one is, and we'll just say this at the same time. Just do it.
Nike.
Nike.
Nike. There you go. That one was an easy one. Whitney, I saw this next one and I was very intrigued because you wrote down almost immediately on the Ultimate Driving Machine.
But I'm probably wrong.
Okay. How confident are you?
Not very, but I wrote something down.
What'd you write down?
Tesla.
Tesla. Christy, did you have an answer?
Tesla.
Tesla.
No. What is it?
BMW.
Oh, rats.
BMW.
Okay, whatever.
Number 9.
Take
What's
it to
in your
BMW.
wallet?
Oh, Capital One.
Capital One. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
And what some might say about this entire quiz, that was easy, is
Staples.
Staples. Okay, so you all can count them up and see how you did at home. And Whitney, how many did you get right?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right.
6.
I had 4.
4. So Whitney, you get the satisfaction of winning here
Yeah.
today. But I found that interesting. I always like these because I always like sitting there and
I do
thinking.
too.
And so yeah, that is the guess the brands for today. Speaking of the answer to number 1, which both of you all got, of M&M's. M&M's is offering personalized gifts for Valentine's Day this year that will help fans show their friends, family, or loved ones how much they care. They have designed a Valentine's gift guide to make it easy for fans to customize and ship personalized, thoughtful Valentine's gifts to anyone who shines a light in their life. Fans can choose from a unique range of Valentine's Day themed packages like M&M's heart-shaped candy box, Love You dispenser, occasional bottle in a romance gift box, teddy bear gift box, or personalize it with custom M&Ms. Each gift offers the ability to design M&Ms with up to 3 colors, special messages, clip art, and a photo. The perfect way to make any Valentine smile.
Interesting.
Is this something that either one of you want?
I don't
Christy,
know.
I know that it has no interest for you. I can probably take a strong suggestion there. But Whitney, is that something that would intrigue
Probably
you for
not.
Valentine's
I'm
Day?
one of those last minute, and I've got to work on Valentine's Day, so I'm really not.
Me too.
On thinking about it.
Okay.
And that's not something I would do.
Yeah, no. I was meaning more as far as to receive.
Nah.
I know you would not
Oh.
want to receive said thing. No. Cold Stone Creamery is celebrating Valentine's Day this year with a debut of a new chocolate-dipped strawberry ice cream. Chocolate-dipped strawberry ice cream features fresh strawberry ice cream mixed with ribbons of fudge ganache. You Had Me at Chocolate-Dipped Strawberries Creation features chocolate-dipped strawberry ice cream combined with strawberries, browning, and red velvet cake. Are you all in on either one of these?
Well, maybe if I didn't have the red velvet cake.
Oh.
See,
You're lucky that one MB is not sitting here because
I mean, I
Christy,
like-
correct me if I'm wrong, but that is his absolute
That is-
favorite.
no,
His
I mean,
favorite.
I
Yes.
like red velvet cake, but I don't like cake in my ice cream.
And you know
Nor
what?
do I.
If
and I don't like sweets. So
if
Well,
I'm
I
being
do,
honest, and I
but-
probably can't say this too loud because he's in the building today, I don't really like red velvet either. So
Well,
it's not my
he
favorite.
loves it.
And you
that's
know
his
what?
deal.
And that's fine.
But
If he likes it
for
when
the
it's
rest
his
of us,
when it's
no,
his
thank
birthday,
you.
he could get what he wants.
Yeah.
Amen.
So you all are both out on both of these ice cream flavors.
Yeah, like I said,
But
if it didn't have the cake in it, I probably would try it. But
And then Whitney, you had this phenomenal story at the start of the break of a Canadian woman that has snapped a selfie on top of her car as it sinks into a river of ice.
I know.
We have the picture here for you today if you've not seen it. The driver, though, was charged with 1 count of dangerous operation of a motor vehicle. But yeah, so her car is sinking, and because why not?
Yeah.
When you're sinking, what else are you gonna do? So she decided to get out on top of her car and take a selfie. What more can you say than that?
Yeah,
right?
well,
I don't know what I would be in if I was doing that in that situation, but I can't imagine that I'd be wanting to get out and take a selfie.
No, me either.
So that is wrapping up.
I could be that chill.
We're going to take a break. Coming up, we'll have your Did You Know? The Grammys have been moved. We'll let you know when that is. And a Weird Al movie is coming out. Who's playing Weird Al? We'll tell you that coming up here on In the Know.
Professionals, we're on your side. We do everything we can to keep your kids happy and healthy so they can do great things. We encourage you to immunize your kids up to age 18 because the facts are clear. Childhood immunizations are a safe and simple way to prevent illness. So be the hero your kids need today so they can be heroes tomorrow. Ask your child's healthcare provider about the benefits of childhood immunization.
We're a farm store, a family store, a look what I found store. We're a store made for real people and some real beasts. We're a hey neighbor kind of store and an everyday low price store. We're Rural King and we're working hard to be your favorite store. Check out the huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' Wrangler clothing at the lowest prices every day, like these Wrangler retro bootcut jeans for just $49.99.
All Kentucky driver licensing is moving from circuit clerk offices in every county
to regional offices.
And the new regional offices offer more licensing choices than ever before.
Get a driver's license valid for 4 years.
or 8 years.
Get a real ID
or a standard license.
Renew online or in person.
You can even visit any regional office you'd like. It's next level licensing.
Learn more at drive.ky.gov.
The federal government provides $150 billion a year to make higher education possible for anyone. Completing the free application for federal student aid, known as the FAFSA, is the first step to getting your share. But an estimated $40 million in financial aid is left on the table each year by Kentucky students. Don't let that happen to you.
Fill out the new and improved FAFSA today. Visit knowhowtogoky.org and join the conversation on Twitter, #KnowHowToPayKY. This message is brought to you by the Pritchard Committee Student Voice Team and the Council on Post-Secondary Education.
There are moments when doors of opportunity open. Moments when barriers are broken. Moments when you're called to provide hope for someone in need. Moments when you harness something deep inside. Moments when you're drawn to a cause greater than yourself. Moments when champions are born. At the University of Kentucky, this is who we are. This is what we do.
To know what a hero looks like, look no further than Western Kentucky, where thousands of heroes are saving lives and protecting property. When disaster strikes, like a tornado, the men and women with utility crews and construction contractors risk their lives to ensure the safety of all Kentuckians. These heroes are restoring power, securing gas and water lines, and repairing other utility services in the worst situation imaginable. Join Kentucky 811 with a salute to these heroes in our communities.
Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine, located in Millwood, is now hiring for several positions including forklift operators and general laborers. Great Southern offers great benefits including competitive pay, paid holidays and vacation, medical, dental, and vision insurance, and 401k with company match. Apply in person today at 164 Post Millwood Road. Great Southern Wood Preserving is a drug-free workplace and an equal opportunity employer.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather. Rain switches to snow as we head through the late afternoon and into the evening with temperatures falling quickly for later on this evening. We'll see that snow wrapping up into very early tomorrow morning as temperatures fall down into the teens. Slick roads are expected into your Thursday morning. From the Wave News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
But oh, baby, when you love me, I can't get enough.
Did you know cats can't move their jaw sideways?
I can see that.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I guess I never really
Can dogs?
sat there. I don't know. All my fact sheet says is that cats can't do it. Found it interesting. I don't know. I mean, I guess I buy it. I don't not buy it, but
I buy it.
I buy
Yeah.
it. You can go test on your cat at home tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can give it'd be
Not
a job for Mark, right? Because I know Mark and Nala are best friends.
Oh yeah, they are.
The 64th Grammy Awards will now take place on April the 3rd in Las Vegas. As that was moved, it was originally supposed to happen on January the 31st. They have now rescheduled it to April the 3rd. Trevor Noah will still be the host, and it will air live on CBS and stream on Paramount+. Whitney, is the Grammy Awards, is that something that
Zero
your house...
cares. Zero cares.
Yeah, I could not care less. But I do know something that might have at least... I know would have more interest in the Buckles household, but might in the Carmen household as well. Encanto's Bruno has now passed Let It Go as the highest charting Disney animated hit in 26 years.
Really?
As the soundtrack tune has surpassed Let It Go as the biggest Billboard Hot 100 hit from Disney's animated filmography, according to new tracking data from the publication.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I watched it actually Monday when we were off for
Martin Luther King Day. Okay.
And I mean, it was good, but me and my daughter actually had an argument about it. I said, I thought Coco was better, but she was like, no, I like this one.
me, so it was hit or miss. But I was not overly impressed. I mean,
it was a good story and it was
Yeah,
good. I mean, I think there was a lot more adult
yeah, I agree.
content in it.
And I
Not like
didn't
bad
have
content, but just like adult.
A lot of time to like dedicate. So,
But yeah, I know a lot of people are raving over it, and it was a good movie. But I think that I've got betters that I have different ones that I like better.
me too.
It's not the worst you've seen, but it's not the best.
Right.
Okay. Now, the song, do you like the song?
Yeah, I like the
Okay.
song,
Yeah.
and I think that I think the characters were great in it. And
Yeah,
of course,
me
I
too.
like a lot of those characters. So, or there's voices anyway.
I mean, and we get the perfect transition here of going from the movie Encanto to Willem Dafoe is going to be hosting SNL with musical guest Katy Perry on January the 29th. I know that there is a certain person that works in the building that will probably be very excited to hear that Katy Perry will be on
I agree.
on SNL. And Christy, I'm sure you'll be able to watch that, as that will be her
Sure.
fourth time on the SNL stage, as Willem Dafoe will be the host. I have no strong opinion towards him. I don't know what Mark's opinion is towards him, if he'd be excited about him, but I think knowing what I know about Mark is that he'll at least be excited that he knows who this person is that will be hosting
I
SNL.
know. Yeah, that's the thing these days. I don't really know a lot of these people.
And of course, Katy Perry being in there as well. Yeah. Weird Al movie is coming out, and Daniel Radcliffe is going to be playing Weird Al in the biopic. Roku announced an all-new feature film about the Grammy Award-winning polka songsmith, aptly titled Weird, the Al Yankovic story, to be made available exclusively on the Roku channel. I don't have the Roku channel. I'm not sure I'd care enough about this to subscribe to the Roku channel. I like Daniel Radcliffe. I don't have any strong opinion towards Weird Al.
No.
But I found it interesting. Daniel Radcliffe, I'm not sure is necessarily the casting decision.
Right.
But then again, I feel like Daniel Radcliffe is in a weird position.
He is.
He's Harry Potter.
Trying
He will
to
always
break
be Harry
out.
Potter.
He's trying to break out of what he's always been.
Yeah.
It's like Jim Parsons is
Yes.
always Sheldon Cooper.
Yes. And the other thing is, I think he played a role in a movie back a few years ago after Harry Potter, and he was really criticized over it because they were all like, he's Harry Potter. I'm like, yeah, but he's an actor. So,
It's
anyway,
kind of the
good for him.
downside to being, I mean, obviously he's made more money than anybody could ever spend
and
doing those.
Can you imagine the royalties? It's on all the time.
Oh yes,
Right.
Oh yes, and if it is on at if it is on TV, it's on at my parents'
It
house.
is, and yeah, well, I mean,
And they're great movies.
Yes, they are, and so they did the other. They had the
on HBO Max.
Yes, they had the reunion. So
it's on my list. I need to spend the
Mine
time
too.
to do that. Arthur
Mm-hmm.
is officially going to end next month. The network has set an end date for the final 4 episodes of the cartoon. They will launch on PBS stations from February 21st, concluding this show's 25th and final season. But they are going to try a digital spin-off as the long-running kids series comes to end. I mean, obviously, I grew up with Arthur.
Yeah.
I mean, 25 years old. That's 25
Anna
seasons. That's
did.
about how old I am. You know, I'm 24. So, yeah, I always liked Arthur in the books. And I don't know, is that in the Carmen household or is that a little behind?
Yes, I mean, they know, but I mean, there's they're Bluey and they're that sort of group.
Yeah, her kids' ages are a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But I found, I mean, that's pure nostalgia right there. That when I read that Arthur's coming to an end,
Yeah.
it feels like Arthur would be one of those that you can't kill Arthur. So apparently they're coming out with a digital series of some sort. So I'm sure that we'll get some more information on that, and I know I'll bring it to you because hey. Arthur, Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's all the nostalgia coming up here. We're going to take a break, come back, wrap up the show after this, as this is In the Know.
Have you ever considered adopting a child? It's a big decision, but adoption has the power to change someone's life. Someone like me. I became an orphan in the 4th grade. My mom died when I was 9, and my stepdad walked away on the day of her funeral. A few weeks later, I remember sitting on a sandhill above my elementary school during recess. I was by myself crying. The other kids played and laughed. They had families. I was desperately all alone. Sadly, desperation and loneliness are familiar feelings to over 100,000 orphan children across our nation who are waiting for someone to invite them into their family. Those children are why Focus on the Family began our Wait No More campaign, a collaboration between our ministry, church leaders across the country, and state adoption agencies. Over the past few years, the program has resulted in over 4,000 families beginning the adoption process. That's an encouraging number, but the work is far from over. Many children are still waiting. The need is great, but so is the opportunity for lives to be transformed. The only missing ingredient is you. Vulnerable children need more than well-meaning organizations. They need caring people who are willing to open their hearts and their homes and offer the gift of family. For more information about how you can change a child's life, visit Focus on the Family's special website, waitnomore.org. I'm Jim Daly.
Live right now, the free Married in 12 Months or Less 5-day challenge at lovestories.com, featuring creator, author, and matchmaker Jackie Dorman. Jackie's teachings have helped thousands of women just like you get out of the waiting room and step into the love story that God has written for them.
Are you wondering if this year you'll still be asking why it seems so easy for other people to find love but so hard for me? If you're feeling the pain of being alone and are tired of everyone around you finding their soulmates and leaving you behind, then get ready to remove the barriers to finding the marriage of your dreams and start believing it's possible for you. Hi, I'm Jackie Dorman. Join me in my Married in 12 Months challenge, where I'll teach you why now is your time to find love, what are the lies that are holding you back, and the tools you need to become a bride.
Register at lovestories.com. That's lovestories.com. Pick up Jackie's book, Married in 12 Months or Less, wherever books are sold.
Start your new year with a new career. Nucor Steel Brandenburg is currently accepting a limited number of applications for entry-level production careers at their new steel mill in Meade County, Kentucky. Nucor offers competitive pay and benefits with an average first-year salary of $72,000 per year. No experience in the steel industry or manufacturing is required. Apply now at meadjobs.nucor.com. That's meadjobs.nucor.com. The time is now to start your new career.
As health professionals, we're on your side. We do everything we can to keep your kids happy and healthy so they can do great things. We encourage you to immunize your kids up to age 18 because the facts are clear. Childhood immunizations are a safe and simple way to prevent illness. So be the hero your kids need today so they can be heroes tomorrow. Ask your child's healthcare provider about the benefits of childhood immunization.
We're a farm store, a family store, a look what I found store. We're a store made for real people and some real beasts. We're a hey neighbor kind of store and an everyday low price store. We're Rural King, and we're working hard to be your favorite store. Check out the huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' Wrangler clothing at the lowest prices every day, like these Wrangler Retro Bootcut jeans for just $49.99.
My point to ponder for today. You ever wondered why pizza comes in a square box, round pizza in a square box?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I was thinking about that the other day. It's kind of like it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Is it because the box is easier made square?
Probably.
I guess that would probably make sense, and ease, especially when you're making them in a quick regard. I guess that makes sense. But I found that, and I was like, well, that's a good point. I've never really sat there and considered it. And then because I am running the show today and I get to make the rules, I'm going to have a second point to ponder, and really it's more of just a question to you, Whitney. And it's anything good happening at the extension office that we need to know about.
Well, there's a lot of things going on here coming up. And so if I just sent out an ag newsletter, so if you haven't received that, please be looking for that or look on our Facebook page. I do know, you put me on the spot here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I know you had, last night you had a grain night, right? And you played a movie. I saw that we got that, which seems interesting.
It's Silo, the film, and it is based on real life events that have happened with grain entrapment. So kids or adults, whatever, go on top of grain bins, go in there to try to shovel out or move the grain, and they get stuck in there. And so it's a very, very powerful movie. We had all of our local EMS, fire, emergency management people there so that they can, and we're gathering a plan across the county so that if something like that were to happen, we have implement and things ready to go for that quick removal. So that was the first thing. We had the Kentucky Department of Agriculture come in and do that and talk about the safety aspect of it. And then we're going to have some trainings for our firefighters and our first responders. And so we're looking forward to that.
And then I'm just going off of my memory of things that I know that it's on our list. And Natalie is restarting the lead classes?
Yes, we will have the lead classes, and I'm not sure if they're still virtual or not. We'll have to.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I
would assume that they are this month just because of cases being so high. But we have a lead going on. I'm going to have a grain meeting in February. I'm going to have a small ruminant class in February, so that's sheep and goat. So anybody interested in those.
Okay.
Kendra is working on getting stuff ready for camp. I mean, that's already something we're thinking about. So
it'll be here before you know it.
It will be. Yeah, it will be.
And if anyone, obviously, for you has any questions, what's the number for the extension office?
270-259-3492. We are on Facebook. You can call the office. We're readily accessible. So just if you know somebody that knows how to get a hold of us, you can.
Any question you've ever had about agriculture, you can answer.
I get them all. I may not be able to answer them, but I can find.
You will find someone that can.
Yes,
exactly.
That's right.
On TV tonight, The Price is Right at night on CBS. The hosts from The Talk will play alongside contestants for Feeding America. Mm-hmm. Sounds good, I guess. The Amazing Race. Teams gather in Switzerland to restart the race after nearly 20 months after production was suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic. You all are Amazing Race?
We watch this. Yes.
Whitney, are you an Amazing Race household?
No, we don't watch it, but I do know a lot of people that do.
So are you excited then for the return?
Yeah, because when we left off, they were quarantined.
Okay.
So they had to leave off, and now this one should be them picking back up.
In Switzerland?
Yes. And to my understanding, they've lost some teams or whatever. So, yeah.
Interesting.
I'm anxious to see.
And then this sounds interesting enough. On PBS, Animals with Cameras, a nature miniseries. A first-person look at the lives of ocean creatures, including sharks, elephant seals, and turtles.
I've seen that advertised.
So, what
sounds
is that
interesting
again?
enough. I can hand that over to you. Animals with Cameras on PBS.
They put cameras on them and let them go?
Okay, well, we've been doing at the house because I get tired of animation, the same Disney movies,
Like
whatever.
Planet Earth?
I've been doing some of those things. So
I find
this
them
is
very
good.
interesting.
Yeah, I do too. I like those types of things. But we grew up on the Discovery Channel that had all of the nature shows
Yeah.
anyway. So it was that.
And you got to
that
have
intrigues
the
me.
British guy.
Yes.
Yes. I
Yes.
can't remember his name now.
Yeah, yeah.
That reads over it. But yeah, that's on PBS tonight if you're interested. Oh, do you
Is
know
it
his name?
Jacques Cousteau? Is that who it would have been?
Isn't Jacques Cousteau from Ratatouille?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know his name. I think it's David. I think is his first name. There's probably multiple ones, honestly, that have it.
Yeah.
Today's highlight in history is on this date in 1907. The first ever film reviews appeared in Variety magazine. The magazine had only been in print 2 years before it expanded its sectioning, covering new vaudeville acts in order to include reviews of films. As the first one ever reviewed was An Exciting Honeymoon. Never seen it.
Nope.
Other history dates here. On this date in 1825, as we mentioned earlier, the patent for a canning process to preserve salmon, oysters, and lobsters was on this date in 1825. On this date in 1953, for you, Christy, that I know you were not there to watch, but I know you have seen this episode, 73.9% of all TV sets in the United States were tuned into CBS Live on this date as I Love Lucy gave birth to a baby boy. So it was on this date in
I love
1953.
Me too.
On this date, 1974, Notre Dame ended UCLA's 88-game winning streak. On this date in 2004, John Kerry won the Iowa caucuses. I always like reading these because it's funny seeing the names. As in second place was John Edwards. Howard Dean was third.
I remember Howard Dean.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny. I always like reading the names.
Who was there? Yeah.
In 2008, Hillary Clinton defeated Barack Obama in the Nevada caucus, and Mitt Romney won the GOP caucus in 2008 for Nevada, which kind of shows because McCain ended up winning overall. And I think there was one more that I had to bring you. Maybe not. Oh, and on this date 2 years ago today, Elon Musk's SpaceX simulated a successful emergency landing off the coast of Cape Canaveral.
And here we are today.
Exactly. Birthdays for today. Turning 76 years old, Dolly Parton.
Oh, I love
It's
Dolly.
Dolly's birthday today.
Right.
And then
Legend.
A little bit of a different realm. Paula Deen turning 75 today.
Yeah.
Other birthdays, Katie Seagal is 67.
I like her too.
51,
Same.
Phil
Yes.
Nevin is a baseball player. Frank Caliendo is turning 48. He's an impressionist and a comedian. Turning 40 today is Pete Buttigieg. He's the U.S. Secretary of Transportation, another one of those guys that ran for president. And Jodie Sweetin also turns 40 today. Stephanie Tanner from Full House.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then turning 30 today, Shawn Johnson, the gymnast, is 30 years old today.
Wow.
Gone but not forgotten. Got some good lists of gone but not forgottens for today. Maybe. I've lost the list here.
Uh-oh.
So for Katie Seagal,
Yes, I love her.
what do you relate to the most? What?
Oh, well, I mean, will always be Peggy.
Oh, thank
but
you. Okay.
She will always be Peggy, but I loved her in Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
And so that, but I will watch a lot of her stuff.
Well, now she's in the Connors.
Yes, she's in the Connors. Yeah.
Born on this date in 1807, Robert E. Lee. On this date in 1809, Edgar Allan Poe, the poet. On this date in 1939, Phil Everly of the Everly Brothers.
Okay.
On this date in 1943, one of the greatest voices of all time, Janis Joplin, was born. And on this date in 1969, football player Junior Seau was born. He was one of the first to be diagnosed with CTE
Yes.
in
Yes.
football world. How about a chart topper?
Sure.
We'll jump up to 1958 to start, but with a good song.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
Great song, right?
Yeah.
Jerry Lee Lewis was number one with... I didn't do my timing right. I'm not a great DJ. He was number one with... There we go. Okay,
you go.
I did it. Okay. Take two works. Great Balls of Fire. Great song. You got to bop your head to that, too. It's a really good one. We'll jump up to 1967 with another good song. Maybe.
Then I saw her face.
Oh, yeah. That's
There
a
we
good
go.
one, too.
The Monkees were number one with I'm a Believer.
Makes me think about Shrek.
Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth because Smash Mouth
Yes,
redid
they
it
redid it.
for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone my age Immediately when they hear this song, they think of Shrek.
And they may not think about the monkeys singing it first. They probably think about Smash Mouth if if you're between you and me.
Well, even me.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a cassette tape
and
that
I'm
was
old.
of the Monkees'
Thanks
best
for
hits.
reminding me.
Okay.
So I knew that.
That's what I meant.
I knew
not
it
what I
from the
meant.
Monkees first. We'll jump up to 1985.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Chicago was number one with You're the Inspiration.
I know
a good
all
song.
these songs so far this morning. I'm
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yep.
I feel confident that you'll be able to get most of them today.
Okay.
It's a good day for chart toppers.
Good.
And how about we'll go up to 1994, mid-90s.
Okay.
Not my favorite, but
Yeah.
not my favorite, but
You're not a Mariah Carey. Are you a Mariah Carey?
I'm not.
I didn't think so.
I'm the one that's not. But, I mean, it's a good song.
yeah. I mean, she can sing.
Yeah.
Hero, Mariah Carey was number one in the state in 1994. I think we've heard enough, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that was enough. So we'll jump up to 2012 now.
Okay. Now I might be getting out of it. Because I started raising kids and I don't listen to as much music
I
anymore.
feel pretty decent about this one.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, I felt
Yeah.
pretty decent about this one. We Found Love, Rihanna, number one, featuring Calvin Harris on this date 10 years ago today.
Wow.
10 years ago today. This one was number one. I mean, it's a good song.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it
think
is.
the keyboard in the background.
Just kind of get into that techno area.
Exactly.
Era.
And then we'll jump up to 1 year ago today. Getting ready for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Nice.
I like them. I wasn't a fan at first, but the more I listen to them,
I'm warming
I'm
up.
a fan.
This song,
Yes.
I like.
Yes.
I just think it's...
And I've listened to a couple of the new songs, and I like them too. Yeah.
But The Weeknd was number one. I got to be careful there. I think he might say something that I can't throw on the radio here coming up here in a second. But he was number one on this date 2021 as he was getting ready for the Super Bowl halftime show that I thought was okay.
It was
I mean,
okay.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I'm still not really sure what he was doing in the hallways.
But here's the thing. You're never going to, if you've seen Tom Petty, if you've seen Prince, if you've seen any of those guys, you're never going to think any of these new people are good because those were the best.
Well, I'll tell you. The one sitting there to your right is very excited for this year's
Who is it?
halftime
I don't even
show.
know.
You know who it is.
I do.
You've got Snoop. You've
well,
got,
I like that
Is it
too.
Jay-Z in there too? Jay-Z, Eminem,
Oh, see, I like that too.
Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
and Mary J. Blige? Is that it? I think there's one more, but it's
I
kind of
that
like
group
the
too.
whole.
I'm just trying to, the music, like actually playing the music and all of that. I think those are some of the ones. And Lady Gaga did a really good one.
She
too.
did.
She's
Katy Perry's
for-
wasn't bad.
Yeah, hers was
Left
good too.
Shark, right? Wasn't that the whole?
I actually really love that one.
I mean, Gaga was good. I went in with very low expectations for Lady Gaga.
Yes, I
and
did too.
was very surprised because was she the one that?
She came out from the top. Yeah.
That's
And
right.
had all the drones and all of that.
Yeah, it's cool, and I always like the production and being in that kind of realm. We have a lot of
Prince will
respect
probably
for.
still always be my favorite, though.
He sings "Purple Rain" and it
Yeah.
starts to rain.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Whitney. I appreciate you taking the
Yeah.
time to come and join us
Absolutely.
today. As it's always good to see you, and I'm sure we'll see you again.
Yeah, we'll be around.
At some point here very soon. I'll wrap up the show today with my pearl of wisdom, and it is simple: whatever you are, be a
Be
good
a good
one.
one. That's my favorite quote.
There you go.
Yeah.
You took it.
Yeah.
You got it. Whatever you are, be a good one. That wraps up our show here for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of the show. For Whitney Carmen and for Christy Buckles, I'm Uncle Sam Gormley, and now you're in the know.
Powering through the Twin Lakes with the best mix of music, news, weather, and fun. If it's in the Twin Lakes, it's on K105.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The Senate today continues debate on voting